Namaste brothers and sisters. I just felt inspired to make a little video for my two Instagram people because it's such a beautiful day, and this is like the first day that I've sort of been out in my garden really, or the second day, and it's so beautiful out here that I just thought, you know what, I'm going to make a live video. So yeah, it's all going well. How's it all going? I mean, I want to just talk a little bit about Ascension symptoms. I've been going through a lot of Ascension symptoms recently. It all started last week on the 5/5 on the day of the transmission, and I seemed to go into a portal of deep purging, and then I realised today or yesterday it was because I had I basically decided to write my new book. And my book's called No More Crumbs, an empowerment manual for the divine feminine. And it was such an auspicious day. Like, I didn't even realise quite how magical the 5/5 was, but there was loads and loads of things going on a sort of synchronistic level that were just like going, oh my God, magical day of the year so far, most magical day of the year so far. And anyway, out of the blue, I just spontaneously decided to start writing my book. It wasn't premeditated, it wasn't planned. I thought I was gonna take another 6 months to write my book, but the spirits were like, no, this is the time, you gotta write your book. So I started writing it, and it was so powerful. Like, the messages that are coming through are so freaking powerful that I think that's what triggered my purge, guys, because I really meditated. I was like, I don't normally purge like this. I haven't purged like this for years and years. What is going on? Why am I having this experience? And yesterday I got the download that it's because the message of the book is so powerful. It's such a game changer. It's going to be such a game changer for so many women. It's going to really help women see in ABC language, 1 + 2 = 3 language, exactly what we've been doing and exactly what we've been allowing into our sacred space, and how much this is affected to our programming and our indoctrination, and connected to our maternal lineages, particularly what we observed our grandmothers and mothers experiencing. And so we are the generation that transforms these old patterns of servitude, of not honouring our needs, of putting our needs last on the list of the whole entire family. So I think, like, writing the book, I somehow connected with the trauma of the women that are going to read it, and are going to have so many awakenings and light bulb moments whilst reading the book. They're just going to be like, oh my God, I did that, I'm never doing that again. I'm never doing that again. I did that, but I'm never doing that again. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm writing my book. Oh, Archie's seen a squirrel. He doesn't like squirrels, guys. Archie, it's a squirrel. We like squirrels. Thinks he's the big man of the squirrels. Anyway, so I just wanted to give you all a little update. I don't go live very often on Facebook. In fact, I've only been live on Facebook once since November. But I just wanted to give everyone a little update with what's going on. It's a beautiful day today. Archie Bear, come and say hello. Come and say hello. Liseth wants to say hello. Here he is. Say hello. Say hello, Archie Bear. Don't bark. There's no need to bark. It's a lovely squirrel. It's such a gorgeous doggy, this one. He really is. He's such a protector. Oi! Oi! So anyway, yeah, that's my message, guys. I've started writing my second book, and it's all going really well. And yeah, I plan to have this book published by the 22nd of June. Thanks for always holding these places for the collective. I am feeling a little bit better. Yeah, I'm on my rehydration salts. I'm just doing like really self-care at the moment. I'm running my Healy programs. I'm like putting lots of like good vitamins and minerals and stuff into my body, eating really healthily. Yeah, so thank you for checking in on me, Discovering Inner Peace. Who is that? Because you're obviously not called Discovering Inner Peace. Who are you? Is that Deleth? Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to give everyone an update of the book situation, and yeah, I'm planning to release it by the 22nd of September. No, sorry, 22nd of June. I'm planning to release it for summer solstice. So I don't know. I'm such a content creator. Oh, hi, Amandine, darling. I'm such a content creator, so you know, I don't need long to write a book because it's all within me. I just need the time and space to be able to like let it pour out. But I absolutely love writing books, guys. I really think that is my true dharma. I mean, I know music is my true dharma as well, but I don't know, there is something so blissful for me in writing. I can't even explain it. It's like I'm totally fulfilling my mission. This feeling, yeah, I'm super fast at writing, yeah. It's like knowing that I am fulfilling my mission because I'm creating a legacy, like, and that's why everything that happened with Facebook, it's okay, you know, because it got me on that path of writing. And even though I had a really powerful impact on Facebook, it was always temporary. It was like I'm always leaving a temporary legacy, temporary meme, temporary post. But with the books, it's all permanent. It's like they're going to last forever. They're going to last however long they're going to last. Funny, I got to speak up in court and I expressed myself in writing. I love how much you managed to get done. I'm in admiration of that. Wish I could get more done. Well, I'm a real one for lists. If I write lists, I really get shit done. And I mean, I think a lot of it's down to my astrology as well. Like I've got loads of Capricorn in my chart, and if you know about astrology, Capricorn gets the job done. Capricorn is like the mountain goat that will just get to the top of the mountain no matter how many obstacles, how many obstructions in the path. The goat is going to reach the top of the mountain, and I'm like that as well. I'm like, I mean, in the old world, maybe you would have said, oh, a bit of a workaholic or whatever. I don't see it like that I'm a workaholic. I see it as though I am just always on my mission, in service. And I rest. I definitely rest. I have downtime. I have super chilled, relaxing time. And writing is healing. Exactly, Liseth. When I write, I experience healing. I experience, like, I get to receive that message. I'm the first person to receive the transmission. It's so powerful. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, and I'm really excited about this whole wealth mastermind stuff. I have too much water in mine. Yes, Capricorn, yeah, yes. The wealth mastermind stuff's going really well, and I'm going to be launching my first container on Saturday. Really excited about that. It's we're going to be sort of like going through this whole entire process of rewriting and restoring our wealth blueprint. So really so honoured to go on this journey with all these beautiful women that have signed up. I think there's one brother as well. So that starts on Saturday at 7:30. Please, everyone, if you're watching this, check your emails, because you need to be up to date with all the emails I'm sending around the wealth container. Jay Shree loves writing too. Yeah, writing is very healing, isn't it? It's very therapeutic, and it's very magical as well, because I guess it's the first aspect of manifestation that we take it out of the sort of the mental realm, and by writing it down, we're taking it out of that sort of unseen realm and we're bringing it into the physicalized seen realm. So it's such an important part of manifesting, is bringing it from the ether. So it exists in the ether, we then write it down and it becomes more solid, it becomes much more substantial. It's very powerful alchemy, writing. So so just so happy that it's a beautiful day. Like, finally we've got a nice day. I don't know, as I'm getting your emails, I will check. Okay, this is for the 12 people that have signed up for the Wealth Mastermind 4-week container. I've sent you messages yesterday. I started writing when I was 12, started to create short stories about superheroes. Oh, you're so gifted, Lisef, darling. You're so gifted. No, I am feeling better, because if I wasn't feeling better, I wouldn't be able to do this video. I was like thinking the last couple of days, I was like, how do I even do videos? I'm so in the thick of it here. I'm in the thick of this purge. And I do still feel a bit fragile, I'm not going to lie. But I just wanted to connect with everyone and just like reach out and say hello. And amazing things going on within the truth movement at the moment. Just want to offer a little bit of inspiration. Oh yeah, I had a bit of a download, didn't I? I wanted to share with everyone my download. So what my team showed me, they were like, you know, all this photonic light. I am protected by the divine, darling. Thank you, sweetheart. Anyway, right, all this light, all this photonic light is pouring forth from Galactic Central. This is all part of the Ascension of Gaia. I've been writing about this since 2015 in my blogs, specifically about the photonic light particles. They're also called God particles. Now, the way I see these photonic light particles, they're like keys that interact with our DNA. Our DNA is like locked, and once these photonic light particles interact with our DNA, they sort of like they're a bit like a microwave oven as well. They end up sort of like they sort of like latch onto the DNA, and then they microwave it, they heat it up so that it moves out of its dualistic third dimensional state into its multidimensional popped state. So it's like the analogy of the popcorn. It's like from a hard popcorn to a fluffy popcorn, and this is what the photonic light particles are doing. They're transforming the very sort of like cellular structure of our DNA patterning. So what with all this is all like massive, huge bombardment that is pouring forth from Galactic Central. Like we are constantly, this is what all the ascension symptoms are. This is when the Schumann resonance goes all white. This is to do with all this, like we're getting blasted with these God light, with God particles. And so what my team said to me, they were like, there are some people that were born for this. There are some people that are like full power warriors. I'll put my hand up. I'm a perfect example of someone that was born for this shift. Like part of the first wave, I'm totally sovereign. I will not be told what to do. I am self-governed. I am totally at one with my angelic consciousness, and I'm a very, very powerful soul. Okay, so there are people like myself. Let's call us sovereign. We are at one with our sovereignty. We have activated and actualized our sovereignty codes. Now, people like us, we were made for this time. We were made for this ascension. We were made to go to the next level. But there are some people, some human beings on the earth that are not at that level. That's no judgment. We love everyone. God loves everyone. It's no judgment. They're just wanting to be a slave. They are wanting to be governed. They are wanting to be told what to do. They are wanting the government to say to them, oh, you can have sex now, or you can hug your mum now. They want that. Archie, come here. Anyway, so now these people do not have the wherewithal or the gumption or the vibration to be able to handle these photonic light particles, because they are so confronting. These particles are so deeply confronting. They make you have to face your shit. They make you have to face your shadow. They make you have to go into your past lives. They make you have to resolve your trauma. They make you have to atone. They force you to do the work to self-realised, to become self-realised and self-actualised. Now, a lot of people, they're like, oh, I'm not up for that. I just want to be told what to do. I want the government to be in control. And if the government say jump, I want to say how high. They're just like that. Now, these people are not, how would you put it? They don't quite have the vibration to be able to handle these photonic light particles and the Great Awakening and all of the shift that's taking place. So if they're signing up for the Maxine and getting some sort of like damage from the Maxine, really that's their escape out, because their soul is saying, I don't want to exit 3D. I love 3D. 3D's where it's at. 3D is my party place. I want to stay in 3D. Therefore, I'm going to roll over. I'm going to have the max, and then I'm not going to ascend. And a lot of these people are not making it because the adverse reactions are so extreme that it's just basically knocking people out. Like, it's sending people back home to God. Do you know what I mean? So these people that are having this experience, it's because on a deep unconscious level, they've chosen that. And I think we all have to respect each other's choice. They die and go to Nibiru. Yeah, that's possible. They go to another 3D place because they're saying, I don't want to ascend. So how do you think we need to take next steps? I think we need to accept everyone's decision. Like, we need to be really, really inspirational. As the awakened sovereign beings, I've never once wore a mask. I will never wear a mask. Not even if you paid me £1 million, I wouldn't wear a mask. So I just beam out wherever I go. I don't give a shit. I just beam out positive vibrations. I beam out freedom and I beam out sovereignty. And I make it seem exciting to be at that vibration. That's the only thing I can do. All we can do is inspire. I'm not going to preach. I'm not going to waste my breath talking to a blue-pilled person and say, they're not, the maxes are not great or anything like that. That's their choice. They've got access to the research, just like I've got access to the research. Everyone's got access to the research. You know, at the end of the day, when I had my son, it was 17 years ago. Everyone was getting vaccinated at that time. And I was like, no, I'm not just gonna roll over and look at, let them pump a load of shit into my beautiful boy. I was like, I'm gonna go and research this. So I went out, got a couple of books. I mean, there was no real internet in those days. Got a couple of books, read up on it, and I was like, over my dead freaking body is any of that poison going into my beautiful boy? And I literally said, no. We're travelling to India, we're travelling to Bali, went all over the shop. No, not one single vaccination has he had. And he barely had a sniffle in his life. This is what the absolute epitome of health and wellness and well-being, because I've looked after him, do you know what I mean? But the point of the matter is that I did my research, even though there wasn't even the internet in those days. I still went and did my research. I was not going to be like, he's my most precious like boy. Yeah, do what you want with him, doctors. I had a few brain cells. Do you know what I mean? Now everyone has got that. Everyone has the option to do a little bit of research, and so that's their choice. And good on you. If that's your choice and you're fine with that, I support you. Because at the end of the day, we're sorting out the wheat from the chaff here. And there's only a certain amount of people that, unfortunately, I didn't think I'd ever say these words, but due to the fact of what we've observed in the last year with the amount of ignorance in our society, like, come on, we can't deny this. There is an unprecedented level of ignorance in our society. So this is proving that not everyone has signed up for this ascension timeline. This is proving that there is this bifurcation timeline, which the Laws Canon's been going on about, loads of people have been going on about. What do you mean, no sheeple, hun? So this bifurcation timeline is taking place. They're not sheeple. They're children of God that have made their decision to not ascend on this particular ascension cycle. This is a particular ascension cycle that we are experiencing. Maybe the next one, prophecy says it's going to be in another 26,000 years. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in another 3,000 years. But no matter what happens, you're either on this ascension cycle or you're not. And to be on this ascension cycle, you have to be sovereign. You have to stick two fingers up to the government. Like, you have to say, I will not be governed by tyrants. I will only be governed by my own heart consciousness. My own heart consciousness is absolute divinity and purity, and I will only be governed by that. I will not be governed by any external sources that do not, or full stop. I will not be governed by any external sources, full stop. Especially those that do not have my well-being at the centre of their intentions, i.e. all aspects of society right now. So also I think it's really important that we have a little discussion about the kids here, because I genuinely do not believe that children are safe in the indoctrination prisons at the moment. There is so much bad shit going on at the moment to do with this liberal agenda in terms of wanting to indoctrinate the children into weird sexuality things. It is so bad, it is so dark what is going on, wanting to teach children age 3 about anal masturbation and shit like that. They want to teach them about self-pleasure when they're like 3 and 4. Come on. Sorry. So this is what's happening. There's a liberal agenda. They're like, we want to corrupt God's sacred creation, and how that is mostly... Archie, come here. How that is, we're going to specifically target that the sacredness of man and woman, of heterosexuality, of the fact that that is the, you know, the primary way that creation is created, is through the polarity and the merge of the masculine and feminine energy. We're going to distort that. We're going to corrupt that, because that's what God loves. That's what God created, you know. Archie, come here. Stop it. This is unacceptable behaviour. I am doing a live video. You naughty, naughty doggy. Say hello. Look. This is no. Say hello. Right, no, me either. My children were home educated because it was bad enough. Then the adults now, no way would I have my kids at school. Exactly. Now, also, I posted a thing yesterday about how they're doing this thing now in the indoctrination prisons, whereby they're doing a terrorist drill. So like, oh guys, just in case there's a terrorist attack, which hasn't happened in hundreds of years, or in a school in England, just because that we're going to absolutely make you completely and utterly crap your pants. We're going to give you nightmares. We're going to psychologically damage you. We're going to terrorise you. We are going to be the ones to terrorise you, little babies. And we're going to do this drill because we're all in danger from a terrorist attack. Come on. Get your kids out, guys. This is unacceptable. They're taking the piss. And also another download that I got was that anyone that sacrifices their children to any governmental institution at the moment, whether that's a school, a hospital, a care home, anything, basically you are giving permission for your loved one to be treated worse than cattle. You're giving permission for your beloved one. They don't care about the soul of each individual child. They care about numbers. They care about harming, and they care about abuse. They care about psychological damage, inflicting psychological damage on the kids. That's all they care about. So we need to vote with our feet now, brothers and sisters. And we need to get our kids out. I am so grateful Finn is not in school. Oh my God. Now he's 17. In a couple of weeks he's going to be 17. So he had to call that. You know, he's very, very strong-willed. He's my son. He's very strong-willed. And he was like, Mum, I don't want to go to college. It's a waste of time. It's not where I'm at right now. I'm like, oh my God, thank you, God. Every day I give thanks that he's not in part of their BS. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I just think one person at a time, we need to just remove them. Don't give those despicable, tyrannical powers any authority over our loved ones. They don't deserve it. They're on a mission of destruction. And I think that what's going on is that we are on this ascension timeline. We are transitioning from 3D to 5D. In many ways, that timeline's already happened, and we're just playing catch up on the material level, because the material level takes a lot of time to catch up with the higher dimensional realms. What was I going to say? I was going to say something about the ascension. Archie, don't start barking, because when you start barking, I lose my train of thought, and that's not good. My son wants to go to school. My ex-husband is on the same page. Thank God my daughter is awake. Yeah, thank God for family that is awake. But that's all we can do at the end of the day. It's like, I've sat at the feet of Mother, Father, God, and I remember I remember who we all are. We are never ever a victim. Every single thing that we experience has been decreed or decided on a soul level prior to our incarnation. And so whatever happens, whatever decisions that we are observing people make, then we have to accept that that was their decision that they made with God. Do you know what I mean? And it's not my place to intervene. If you're not on this ascension cycle, respect to you. Not everyone is cut out to be on this ascension cycle. And if you've signed up for the max, and you've signed up for all the symptoms, and if you've signed up to have your DNA manipulated and sort of like disconnected from God, so be it. That's your choice. That's your choice. I do believe though that there is going to be an antidote to the vaccines, and I know some people say there isn't, but I've really tuned in, because how can there not be? God is all powerful. The imprint of God is the trump frequency, and so even if you were to, God can heal anyone. God can create a miracle with anyone and anything. Like, that's silly to think that that's not possible. That's ridiculous. And so, but how one attracts that miracle is a different. That's another video entirely. But I believe that the med beds will be able to correct the vaccine damage if you wake up, if you've had it, and then suddenly you wake up and go, oh my God, I really, that was not the right decision. I want to reverse that. I believe that the med beds will be able to reverse that. I believe that there's other antidotes that are available, but they're going to be available to people that want it. You have to want it. You have to be open to it. You can't be preached to. You have to be the one to say, I've woke up now. That decision was not really in alignment with my highest health path. I would like to correct that. And I believe for those people, there is antidotes and corrections. So, but for those that don't want that, then they're sorted. They're not going to be part of this ascension timeline. They're either going to stay on this earth, there's going to be some sort of bifurcation, or there's going to be an exit. Either all of us in 5D are going to be taken out with a ship, and we're going to be taken to another planet, like a beautiful another earth that's in its fifth dimensional pristine glory. Or it could be that a ship comes to take out the 3D people, the blue-pilled people that want to be governed and want to be slaves. You have to be awake enough to understand the bigger picture. Yeah, exactly. Not everyone is cut out for it. So these opportunities to have the max and stuff like that, maybe that's a blessing for them, because they are just not at the spiritual evolution to be able to handle the energies of the ascension. Do you know what I mean? What's that? So yeah. But we don't know how the bifurcation timeline is going to look. We don't actually know that. I might do a little bit of remote viewing and find out about that, but I mean, I know that I had the dream about the mothership recently, and that was very, very significant. So I was like, that felt very, very real, the ship coming in. So it could be that we get whipped off and they get to keep Earth, and I can't imagine that. I really imagine that Earth is going to go back to its pristine glory somehow. It's going to get cleaned up. That's what I feel. But let's have a discussion about that. What do we think is going to happen with this bifurcation timeline? I think for a certain amount of time we're all going to live side by side, and then you're going to have awake people and non-awake people. And that's not a judgment to say someone's not awake, for the love of God. Like, you're either awake or you're not. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that grass is green. I'm not going to say it's not blue. It just is green. It's like, everyone's always like, oh, well, you know, it's not judgmental to say if someone's awake. It's actually bloody helpful to them to say, you're not going to say, oh, you're not awake. That's rude. But to be in observation of like, oh, that person, it's not a judgment. It's just like, it's fine. You're at that level. You're at the caterpillar level of consciousness. God loves caterpillars just as much as God loves butterflies. God does not have a preference for butterflies. That's an illusion. Everyone is worthy of love, no matter where you are, whether you're awake, whether you're asleep. But really, to be awake means to be awake to the sacredness of life, to be awake to the divinity, to be awake to your soul consciousness. To be awake means to remember that all that is love. All that is real is love, and that fear is an illusion. You know, to be awake means to know that there is an agenda going on which is wishing to control humanity, and it's up each of us are being invited to step into our sovereignty on an individual level. So we all have to do it on an individual level. That's how it works. May I ask a question? How do you think many spiritual world started dividing? I witnessed some bushing others. Oh, I can't see your whole question, hon. People have different perceptions of what's happening in the world. I've been wondering about shit more recently. I've had visions. But what timeline am I viewing? I can't see your whole question, you carry, darling. No, I can't see your entire question. May I ask a question? How do you think many spiritual worlds started dividing? Well, I think it was always the plan. It's like God doesn't create mistakes. God doesn't like do a creation and then go, oh, I didn't realise that was going to happen. It was like it's all blueprinted within creation, what is going on. And that's why we're all so brave. All of us that have reincarnated back into this world, we're so brave because, especially the awake ones, because we knew what was going to be taking place. It's Derek. It's Derek. We knew what was going to be taking place. We knew that there was going to be this sort of like a bit of a split occurring, and that people were going to be invited to make their own individual choices. That's all that's going on. So I hope that answers your questions. That's all right. I meant some are fighting each other in spiritual people. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. So this week I spoke to a really, really good friend of mine. And she's been working on her parents, like she's been fully waking up her parents in this whole bullshit, this whole year. And she's been red pilling them. They've watched Fall of the Cabal. They've like really got on board with the Great Awakening. And I spoke to her a couple of days ago and she said, oh, they've taken the V. And I'm like, what? She's like, I can't believe it, they've taken the V. And I was like, why have they taken it? And she said, because they were getting pressurised by every single person in their life saying, have you taken it yet? Have you had it yet? Have you had it yet? And she was like, and then my brother said, oh, something about the kids. You can't see the kids, all that one. And so she said, so to shut everyone up and to make it so they can see their grandkids, they've taken it. How many people is this going? So this started a train of me finding out about situations like this. She then went on to tell me that her yoga teacher has taken it, and I'm like, what? Your yoga teacher? She's like, yeah, my yoga teacher's taken it. And I said, well, why did your yoga teacher? And she said, because again, she was getting pressurised by every single person in her life. She was getting pressurised to take it, so she took it to shut them all up. Went to a little gathering on Sunday, met this woman. And she was like, now I haven't met any V people, I haven't met any blue pill people, I don't meet blue pill people. And anyway, she was like, guys, I just want to let you all know I've had the V. We were like, oh, our jaws just went, totally just dropped. And we were like, okay, why? What happened? And she was like, well, I was living with my flatmates and my flatmates were just putting like loads and loads of pressure on me. And then I just thought, just to shut them up, I'm going to get it. This is ridiculous. Archie, come here. So this is what's going on, guys. I've heard that a lot, yeah. So now, isn't that interesting? So that's 3 people that didn't want to take it were pressurised. But I would say that even people like that, that's just proving that they're not quite cut out for the ascension cycle. Because I think that a huge part of really being at one with your sovereignty is when you transcend the need for other people's approval. When you are able to stand alone and be unpopular and make a decision that is not going to be, you know what I mean, respected by or loved or appreciated by people around you, that's when you're proving that you're a sovereign being. If you're going to be doing it to shut people up, you're not there yet. And so whatever happens to you, that's between you and God. But I know another thing, guys, not all of them, the V's, are real. I know for a fact that some of them are placebo and some of them are saline. And I've got a feeling that everyone that I know and love, or I'm connected to, even like really, really good friends' daughters that are considering it, that they'll get the saline one. So this is it, guys. We're in a spiritual freaking WAR. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is it. Whilst casually lying back on my lounger, like, this is it, we're in it. Yeah, your mum got a saline. Yes, yes, darling, that's right. I really, really feel that. One could just say they got it just to shut people up. I know, exactly. Well, with my friends, with my friends' mum and dad, they're not going to go for the second, but they're going to tell everyone that they've had the second, because everyone, and I'm like, what, do they have to like prove it to their friends? I was like, do they, because their friends are harassing them so much, does your mum and dad have to like literally get their sheet of paper to say, look, I've had it? She's like, yeah, basically, this is what it's come down to. That is, the government have just, oh God, what we did on a transmission. What do you mean that what we did a transmission on, hun? She said what was going on. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, it's a beautiful day in England today. Let's celebrate that. I've got 16 people on Instagram. That's my record. Let's celebrate that. I said I was working on something with this lady, Jen. Oh. Oh, got down to 15. Never mind. Well, this is unprecedented. This is absolutely unprecedented. So I'm trying not to get too excited about having 15 people. So yeah, I'm going to do, so 6/6 transmission is going to be on the 6/6, obviously, and I got the download about that. What was that all going to be? 6/6 is just going to be planetary liberation. I mean, Jesus. Can't remember. I'm going to have to look back into my notes about the 6/6, but it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I think that's my message, guys. Has anyone got any questions, or does anyone want to jump on the call with me? All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up right around here. I'm going to post this up onto YouTube. I don't know, will I get away with this on YouTube? I might have to do a little link saying put it on Rumble or something. I don't know. Hopefully I've been all right. I haven't jeopardised my life too much. This freaking video. All right, guys, I love you all. And this is really cool. So hopefully now the weather's shifted in the UK. And I'm going to start doing stuff outside. So I'll give you all a little 360 view of my garden because it's so beautiful. Archie. That's my garden, guys. Oh, so much solace from listening to you. Thank you. Love listening to you, Jen. Oh, thanks, guys. I mean, if anyone's got any other questions, have a lovely day. I will answer any questions, but I think we're all done, aren't we? Yeah, I think we're all done. So anyway, that's my beautiful garden, guys. And yeah, I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed to have manifested this. So yeah, I really, really do know how to manifest amazing things, and I really look forward to, I'm going to do my next Wealth Mastermind. I'm going to do another, it's going to be free-ish Wealth Mastermind, but all these symptoms have thrown me back, to be honest with you. So I am going to launch that. I want to do that probably the last week of May, do another Wealth Mastermind, so I'm excited about that. So God bless you all. I love you all so much. Many, many blessings. Mwah.